Hello, everyone. Welcome to our third day of APH Virtual Excel Summer Camp for 4 to 6-year-olds. We have been busy making pictures of our bedrooms or living rooms or kitchens, whatever our favorite room was. But now we're going to head outside, so be prepared. Welcome again to Virtual Excel Camp. This is Art Camp Week for 4 to 6-year-olds, and we are so glad to have you with us. We had two people provide us with pictures of what they were working on. So I'm going to go to the first one. The first one was Tristan. Tristan, you gave us your living room. At the bottom of the rectangular piece of white paper, it looks like a silvery gray sofa that is almost in a U shape, a print U shape. So down, across, and then up. And it looks like you put pillows on your couch. There are little squares of additional yellowish fabric on top of that. I see at the top center, a TV. It looks like you might have used black tape, possibly to outline the TV. I see a pencil drawing of a bookcase, a pencil drawing of a desk, a pencil drawing of iPads, and my special favorite is a pencil drawing of an abacus, which happens to be one of my favorite tools. Thank you, Tristan. And next was Dylan. Dylan gave a bedroom. He, at the bottom of his rectangle, gave us the TV outlined, which looks like in black foam. There are two doors, which he used small, thin rectangles on the left corner and right corner, kind of tilted in to show that the door is opening into the bedroom. At the top, going down into the center, are two beds. One labeled Dylan's bed has a blue large rectangle with a cutout green shape on top of it, which looks a little bit like Baby Yoda to me. And then Tristan's bed is on the right-hand side. It's green fabric or texture, and on it is a brown shape, which to me kind of looks like a monkey, but don't hold me to that. It is hard to cut those shapes out. Both of them next to their beds have a pencil drawn dresser, and in front of those dressers are round fabric circles that say beanbags. Very, very cool. Thank you so much for sharing. And now I am going to turn it over to Michelle and Erica. It's all yours.
Hi, good afternoon, campers. This is Miss Erica. Today I do have on my clear glasses and I have on a black shirt and my hair is down. So I'll let Miss Michelle say hello today.
Hi, campers. It is Miss Michelle. I also have my hair down today as usual. It's short, so it's above my shoulders. And I also have on a black shirt, my black framed glasses, and earbuds hanging from my ears. So there's a little bit of a white string coming down from my ear and coming below my chin. So.
All right. I just want to remind everyone, this is Miss Erica, about our Zoom rules. And they are, if you're gonna unmute, you have to have a quiet background, which sounds like this. And
Give me one moment because I need to share my screen again to allow that to happen.
okay. Oh, computer sound, yes. Oh, that could be a noisy background. That sound will also be the sound we're using today when we stop the chat. So let's see. Also, we have to remember to raise our digital hand when we have a question. And I think that's it. So a little bit of review from yesterday is that we discussed large furniture items in your favorite room And for this camp, we were saying if something was wide as your arm stretched out from side to side and could take 2 or 3 people to move it, then it would be heavy also. Or it could be tall, which we were measuring from our fingers down to the floor and our other hand pointed up towards the ceiling. So just keeping that in mind. I know that lots of people did hard work, and we did see Tristan and Dylan's work earlier, but I wanted to give you the opportunity to show your work by turning on your camera if your family says it's okay. So in order for that to happen, I need you to raise a digital hand, and Miss Leanne will be able to let you share your camera. And you can raise your digital hand now.
Campers, this is Miss Michelle. I just wanted to also make a reminder. I know Miss Leanne sent this out in an email. By raising your digital hand and having your cameras turned on as a reminder for participants and families, that does mean that you are included in the recording.
Okay.
Okay, Erica and Michelle, you've got people ready to show
All
you
right.
pictures.
Ready to share. I see Mila ready to share. She's holding hers up. Are you ready? Go ahead.
Yes, mine has a kitchen, a table, 2 chairs, 2 books, and 2 bookshelves.
Fantastic. Do you want to hold that up again towards and show it at the camera? Oh, wow. Nice work. Excellent job. Thank you for sharing.
This is Miss Michelle. I saw lots of squares and rectangles for Mila's map. I love that. Those are some great shapes in there, Mila.
All right. Who's next? Looks like Erin is ready.
So this is my TV. It's kind of hanging out the side because we didn't have enough space for it.
Excellent. That looks really nice. And I see that it looks like a rectangle on a stand. So it's got kind of a little leg attaching to the paper. I bet that's how the TV really looks in real life.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Erin, for sharing.
I saw Dylan holding up something as well, Miss Erica.
Oh, I
Picture that he sent.
yeah, those are the same pictures that Dylan and Tristan sent to us. Those look really nice, friends. And Miss Leanne did a great job explaining those.
And I think Ira also has his up and has not had a chance to share.
This is my turn.
All right. Tell us what you have there, Ira.
It's a bed and a dresser.
Excellent. And what is that texture you chose for the dresser?
The lined one, and I chose the bed for the full one.
Very nice. And that looks like a really nice two really nice rectangles. All right. Thank you. Hello, Penelope. Donnie, do you have something there?
Say hi.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
You want to share?
Oh, Penelope, what do you have there?
We have the red velvet to describe the floor in the bedroom. Not that it's red, but it's the same texture.
Excellent.
She has the bump for the walls, the red bump for the walls. She was really into reds. And then she has a gray that feels like a comforter. So she wanted to put a gray comforter on there. A blanket, sorry. She said a blanket. And then she drew a picture of a dog with a bone. I don't know if you can on the bed. So
that is very lovely. And I saw a lot of squares and some rectangles, and I really like your drawing added to it as well.
Bumpy lamps.
And yep, and 2 little bumpy lamps, yes.
Oh, and 2 little bumpy lamps. That's perfect. Great job. Thank you for sharing. All right. Was there anybody I missed?
Did you catch Tristan?
Tristan has his hand up. Yes.
Oh, hello, Tristan. I see you with your hand.
I have a question.
Okay, I have an answer.
What are we going to be doing today?
I'm about to get to that right now. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to talk about it. Here we go. So today we are going to talk about the outside of our house. Last night, as part of the extension activity, you were supposed to kind of go outside and explore the outside of your house a little bit. So we're going to take a quick survey in the chat to see what you learned about the outside of your house. We have 3 categories. Are you ready? We have rough, if you think the outside of your house feels rough. We have smooth, which means the outside of your house feels really smooth. And then we have other, in case you think your house feels like something that isn't rough and isn't smooth. So in the chat, you're going to type R for rough, S for smooth, or O for other. When I say go, you'll start typing in the chat. And then to end the chat, Miss Michelle will play this sound. Okay. Traffic. Perfect. All right, go. I see several R's coming up. I saw 1 S.
I saw 1 O.
Ooh, I missed the O.
So did I.
Very cool.
The chat is now closed. Thank you all for participating and sharing what the outside of your house feels like.
Okay, looks like a lot of people responded with an R and some with an S. And I can understand choosing either one of those things. Did anyone have something that wasn't rough or smooth? You could raise a digital hand. Nope. All right. Well, let's move on then. So today we are going to use scissors or our hands, and we're going to rip, and we're going to tear, and we're going to make the outside of our house. We're also going to talk about our door. So keep that in mind while we're thinking. So the outside of the house can be many different kinds of material. It could be brick, it could be vinyl, it could be stone. Some houses have all of these things. All houses have doors. There are different types of doors. Some are metal, some are wood, some have windows, some have screens. Some homes have 2 doors. I know at my house, I have 2 doors just to get in 1 doorway. And when we have doors like that, it's usually 1 door in front of the other. So you have to open like a screen door or a storm door, and then you have like the regular door. And then sometimes you have doors that are side by side, and those are usually French doors or sliding glass doors. Usually those aren't necessarily your front door or your main entrance though. So when it comes to doors, we talked about a couple different materials. So wood is classified as something that is hard, and some doors are solid wood, which makes them heavy and they have a very kind of deep sound, and some are hollow and they have a little bit of a lighter sound. Windows can be made of glass or plastic. Sometimes the windows let light in, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you can open them, sometimes they don't open. Doors are very interesting. And then let's see, the metal, if you have a metal door, that will sometimes reflect what the temperature is outside. So you could touch the door and it might be really warm, or it could be really cold, depending on how warm or hot it is outside. Or if the sun has been kind of blasting your door. Sometimes it's cold outside, but the door could be really hot if the sun is right on it. And the glass will also reflect the temperature of how it feels outside. Do we have any questions? Anyone want to share anything? You see any questions, Miss Michelle?
I do not see any digital hands indicating that there are questions, Miss Erica.
All
I saw a
right.
real
Oops, I
hand
see
from-
one hand. I see one digital hand from Tristan.
All
I
right.
see- Okay, let's see if I can get it to him. Hold on. Easier said than done. There you go.
There.
Hi, Tristan.
What if people have like not necessary doors that are not in their house that some people like don't use in their house?
Like, what do you mean by a not necessary door?
Like a glass door or something.
Well, sometimes you have a glass door so you can see outside, or it maybe goes out to your porch or your patio. And that would be like a sliding glass door.
Or like a spinning door, like the spinning doors.
Oh, like a rotating door at a store. I've actually never been to anyone's house that has a rotating door. You have a rotating door?
No.
Oh, I got really
I
excited.
have a metal one.
Oh, you have a metal door. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you for sharing.
Okay.
Okay.
This is Miss Michelle. Miss Erica, I see Erin with a hand up.
Okay.
Mike, I wanted to ask, so what if their front door is brick?
Oh. You have a brick front door, or is it brick around your front door?
Around.
Cool. We're going to talk about that in just a minute.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Before we go any further, I thought it would be good for us to take a movement break. And I have a really fun one planned for us today. So is everybody ready? You might want to sit back from your computer a little bit. We're going to call this one Making a Smoothie. So I want you to pretend you're going to grab a handful of strawberries and put them in your mouth. Nom, 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 nom. And then you're going to grab some bananas. Nom, 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 nom. And then maybe we're going to pour in some almond milk or regular milk, whatever you like. Glug, 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 glug. And then we need to turn the blender on and shake, 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 shake. Make the smoothie. Wow, I feel a lot better after that movement break. Made me a little bit hungry, so I'm glad I ate lunch first. Maybe I'll have to make a smoothie afterwards. So let's get back to it. Talking about the outside of our house, like Erin pointed out. Vinyl siding is what I have on my house. So I would have maybe picked other when we were talking earlier because it is a slick material, but has some grooves to it. Everything kind of runs off of it and it cleans very easily. And it does have some flexibility if you push on it a little bit. And then if you have stone, stone is really smooth and hard and comes in a variety of sizes. Some stones are big, some are little. And then bricks are always a rectangle and they're always rough. Sometimes there are smooth bricks, but those are usually for a chimney. And then I'm going to have you guys decide what the outside of your house is made out of. We're going to type in the chat a V for vinyl, S for stone, B for brick, or O for other. When I say go, I'm going to ask you to type in the chat. All right, go. I see Miss Leanne put in O because hers is stucco. And I was thinking about stucco because I used to live somewhere else and had a stucco house. Donnie's got vinyl. Penelope's got vinyl. Looks like there are quite a few brick houses. Excellent. Miss Michelle, do you have the sound to close the chat? Back to traffic. I see that Claire also typed in O.
And Miss
Wonder.
Erica, it looks like Tristan's only came to me, and that's okay, but I wanted to share. He typed in a B, so it looks like his outside of his house is brick. And I'm not sure, looking at the chat, Penelope has a V and a B. I also see that from Ira. So I'm going to ask a question. Does that mean the outside of your house is made of two materials? If that answer is yes, I'd like the two of you to type a Y in the chat. If the answer is no, you can type an N in the chat.
Got a Y from Penelope and from Ira. Very cool. The house I grew up in was multiple textures outside too. Thank you for sharing. So let's see. Next, we are going to talk about the door. So now we've got in our minds what the outside around the door is like. Now we're going to talk about the door. So you want to select a material from your carousel of textures to represent your door. And I'm going to show you what I chose and how I'm going to go about cutting it out. So this might be really funny, but in the back of the pack of the EVALS paper, there is a piece of cardboard that is nice and sturdy and is pretty thick. It's white on one side and slick, and then it's brown on the other side. And I'm going to use this to cut out the shape of my door. And then I'm actually going to use the other half to hold the texture that I'm going to use for the outside of my house. So I'm going to take my scissors in my right hand because I am right-handed. I'm going to go to the left corner and I'm actually going to cut a whole rectangle. So, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You get your material.
This is Miss Michelle Campers. I wanted to know, is Miss Erica, are you starting on the bottom left of your piece of cardboard or the top left of your piece of cardboard?
I am starting at the bottom left piece of my cardboard. But if you were left-handed, you could start at the bottom, right? whatever works best for you. I just want to be able to get as much out of my materials as possible.
So
So
it looks
I
like Miss
cut-
Erica cut a straight line from the bottom of her cardboard all the way to the top. So she has 2 rectangles that are different sizes.
And then I'm going to take my small rectangle. I'm gonna push my big one away for a minute. And I'm actually going to cut, I turned it 1 turn to the right. And I'm going to cut what might be kind of a square off. And now I have a smaller, wider rectangle. And it's not perfect, but it's close enough for me. I might do a little trimming if I want to make it a little bit better. But I'm actually going to use the white side. I was just showing you the brown side for contrast on the white work table. But I will flip mine over and use the slick white side because that's how my door feels, kind of slick. So I will give everybody a minute to cut out their shapes, and I might use this later, so I might just trim this piece up a little bit. Does anybody have any questions or would like to raise a digital hand to show us their door material?
So this is Miss Michelle Campers. I see a digital hand from Dylan and Tristan. I'll get to you guys in just a minute. So right now you're going to make sure, and I see Mila also holding hers up to the camera, but right now, remember, you're going to find a piece of material that will represent your door. And then I think most doors are a rectangle shape. So the goal is to kind of cut out some sort of a rectangle shape for your door. And once you have that, if you'd like to share, you can raise your digital hand so that we can find out what material you chose and share it with the group. I see 3 digital hands. I have Dylan, Tristan, and Mila. And I see that Claire also has a hand raised. So I am going to write those down, make sure that we get to everybody. And I think we might be ready to start. So we'll just start in the order I guess we saw them to begin with. We can start with Dylan. I see Ira. Dylan, if you are able to unmute yourself, you can tell us what you chose and
Metal.
Oh, the feedback from the 2 computers.
Okay, go ahead.
It's because you have 2
Okay.
kiddos in the
Wait.
same room.
Yep.
Hey, what? Tell her. It's metal. Dylan, tell her.
It's metal.
It's metal. Nice. So what did you choose to represent your metal door?
Dylan, ask your question. Okay, tell us to repeat it.
Did you choose the translucent yellow, Dylan? It looks like it.
What?
All right. Dylan, are you okay if we go on to the next person?
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for sharing.
all right, what about Tristan? And Dylan, if you can lower your digital hand, that would help us as well.
These are the ones. This is gonna be for the brick, and this is gonna be for my door.
Very nice. You already picked a texture for your outside. Excellent. Thank you. So
What textures did he pick if I can't see them?
he picked the bumpy red translucent for the brick and the green rough translucent for the door.
Very cool.
Very cool. So if you want to start cutting, you can.
I'm making my the thing that you have the trap.
All right.
All right.
And I think we also have Erin who would like to share. I have a list of names here, so I'm kind of just checking them off to make sure we get to everybody whose hand I saw.
Actually, my bricks feel bumpy, and I picked the bumpy red paper, and for my door, I picked the soft, the smooth yellow sheet, since my front door's made out of wood.
Okay. Fantastic. Nice choices, Erin.
I got mixed up.
That's okay. It's okay. Thank you for sharing.
All right, I think next, I know Claire has had her hand raised for quite a while and has been very patient. So maybe Claire can share next.
You can try holding down the space bar, Claire. Which is that big bar at the bottom of your computer keyboard. Are you able to hear us, Claire? I think she's not able to do it yet, so we'll pick someone else for now.
That's okay. Claire, if you get to it and are able to figure it out in a little bit, we'll come back to you, okay? So why don't we go on to Mila?
If that's my outside, it's brown with a bumpy overlay.
Oh, very nice.
Miss Erica, this is Miss Michelle Campers. I have to say, I am loving the descriptions that our campers who are willing to share are giving. They're using some really nice words to make sure everybody understands what they're using, even if their friends can't see what they're holding up. They are doing such a great job using their words. All right, and then I think the last person with a hand that we haven't gotten to yet is Ira.
I made a door with the velour paper. It's the red velour paper,
I like it.
and it's smooth. And this I'm just going to put it's a translucent yellow paper bumpy.
Very nice. Good choices, Ira.
Thank you.
All right. All right. So a lot of you already shared what you're going to use for the outside of your house, but I didn't. So let me show you what I chose. I chose the yellow corrugated sheet because I have yellow vinyl siding and it's kind of got this nice little scratchy texture to it. And those remind me of the ridges in the siding on my house. So I like how some of you already put your doors on your background paper. So I'm going to get my background here, which is the other rectangle I had from the leftovers from cutting out my door. And I'm going to lay my yellow corrugated paper on top. And then I'm gonna flip it over. And I'm going to use a pen because I have one here, and I'm going to just trace a line. But if you needed something with a little more texture, you could use a crayon and you can draw a line. And some of you have a bumpy translucent paper, which is a little more difficult to cut, but that's okay. Cut it however you would like. If you're using it to represent bricks, you may want to cut multiple little rectangles out and make individual bricks and stick those on.
Miss Erica,
Or-
this is Miss Michelle. I have a question. What does multiple mean?
Multiple means many. So you would cut out more than one. You might need 5 or 6 or 10, 20 even.
I also, Miss Erica, I see Claire with a digital and a real hand raised. I feel like she either has a question or has figured out to unmute herself from before. Claire, if you're able to unmute yourself, we'd love to hear what you have to tell us.
I actually have my textures, so my outside wall and my doors.
Very nice.
And what textures? Can you tell us the names or how it feels even of what you chose?
For my wall, I chose like this kind of yellowy like this yellowy bumpy clear texture.
Cool.
And then for my door, I chose this white smooth texture.
Nice choices.
Thank you for sharing, Claire. And so, Miss Erica, if it's okay with you, I'd just like to review what you've done so far. Miss Erica took her piece of cardboard, which is what she's going to use to build the outside of her home, or her map of the outside of her home. So we're going to use this tomorrow too. She put the piece of yellow corrugated paper on top of it. And then she took both of them and flipped them over. So the yellow corrugated plastic was on the bottom, or corrugated paper was on the bottom. Her cardboard was on top. She then lined her piece of cardboard up with the left side of her yellow corrugated paper. And she used a pen. She said you can use a crayon to trace a line on the right side of the cardboard. So her pen is actually on her corrugated paper, and she's using the cardboard to make a straight line, or a straight-ish line. And then she's going to use her scissors to cut on that line. So again, she will end up with 2 pieces of paper. They will both be a rectangle shape, and one will be a little bit bigger than the other. So Miss Erica is cutting right now. If you want, you can either go ahead and watch, or you can go ahead and well, why don't you see what Miss Erica is going to do next, and then that way you can do yours, and we can answer questions and provide assistance if you would like it.
Absolutely. So right now, I'm just cutting out all of my pieces. I don't want to stick anything together yet until I know that I have everything I need. So I went back to thinking about my door. So I have the outside, they're all layered up. Here's my door, which you can really see now that I've got a nice bright colored background. And I thought about that my door has a window. And I thought to myself, how do I want to make a window? So I chose that piece of black foam that I had left over from the other day that's already kind of a square shape. And I thought maybe I want to use that for my window. So I am going to take my square shape, and I am going to not fold it in half, but fold the upper portion towards the middle, because my window on my door has 4 panes. And then I'm going to give it a half turn so that the fold is towards my right hand, which is where my scissors will be. I'm gonna move my door so the two white parts don't. There we go. And I'm actually just going to make a little cut, but not all the way through. And then I'm going to turn my paper in my hand. Ooh, as you can tell, it's not that easy. But I think it will give me the look I'm going for and the feel. Give it another little cut. Watch your fingers. And then one last one. So I cut out a little rectangle shape that when I unfold turns into an empty space for a window. So I'm actually going to do that 3 more times. One more time on the same side I was working on. So I'm going to cut, and I'm actually going to do it a different way with 2 little slices and then a turn and make one big cut.
For any of our campers, this is Miss Michelle that might not be able to see it. When Miss Erica opens up that fold, she has 2 little squares or openings that if she wanted to, she could actually put her finger through. So these are openings that are kind of, I don't want to say in the middle, but they are kind of in the middle or to the top of her square and then at the bottom. So when she cuts with her scissors, she only cuts a little tiny snip with those scissors to make the opening.
And while I was cutting this, I started to think about what texture I might want to represent the glass. So I started to think about the things in my kit. And if you can't tell, there we go. So now I've got 4 openings for my door, my window. Will go on my door. But I was thinking about the actual glass because I don't want that space to feel the same as the door because the glass feels different. So I found some of the plastic wrapping that was just part of the kit holding some of the materials together. And I'm going to use what I already cut out as my square window here. I'm just going to lay that on top of the plastic wrapping and cut out around it so that I can make a little different feeling texture for inside the window frame. And again, this doesn't have to be perfect. And you're going to want to make it a little bit smaller.
And campers, this is Miss Michelle. I have to tell you, I have a window on my door too, and my window's a little bit different than Miss Erica's. But if I were making this, I might not have even thought to add my window, or maybe I just don't want to. So if you have a window and you choose not to do it, or you choose to do it a little bit differently than Miss Erica did, remember that's okay too, because it's art and it's how you choose to do your map.
Absolutely. So now I have my little plastic piece. I have my window. Ooh, this is really starting to look like the front door to my house. Getting kind of excited. But I haven't stuck any of my items together. I noticed nobody has a round door, do they? If you think you have a round door, raise a digital hand. Because Miss Leanne reminded me that if you like movies, that hobbits have round doors to their homes.
And some people might have a round window. It sounds like Miss Erica has a square window. I have a rectangle window, but some people have round windows. I'm curious, Miss Erica.
Yes.
I want to know how many people have a window on their door. Erin does have a raised digital hand. Thank you, Miss Leanne.
I wonder.
Let's see what Erin has to say, and then we can find an answer from everyone about windows on their doors.
I have a round window on the front of my house. And I have two windows right on the front
Very nice.
of my house. They're walls.
Yeah. So that's nice. You have some windows there. I really like your map so far.
Yes. So Erin looks like he's a little bit getting a little bit further than Miss Erica has even gotten, because he looks like he's got some of his things attached already to his map. One of the things I noticed is his door looks like it's to the left of his house. So that's something else Miss Erica is going to talk about. But before she does, if you have a window on your door, please raise a digital hand. I see two digital hands from Penelope and Ira. And Calvin raised his hand in attendees. For some reason, I am not seeing that. So thank you so much, Miss Leanne.
Yeah, I was going to say, I see Calvin G. He has a hand raised.
Did not see that. All right, guys, thank you so much for sharing whether or not you have a window on your door. All right, Miss Erica, back to you. I'm sorry for that interruption.
No problem. I think it's important to have these interruptions because it's helpful to talk it out. Let's see. Oh, so for your extension activity today, I don't know that we want to go there yet. Sorry, let me backtrack. So today we talked about windows and doors and the materials that they are made of. We talked about the different textures everyone chose to represent their outside of their home and their door, and if they had a window. We looked at everyone's maps of their favorite spaces, which was really cool. So thank you for those who shared. Saw some nice artwork. And today for the extension activity, what I want is for everyone to, so mine's all loose, so I will need to glue all of mine together, however you want to do it. If you're using tape or a glue stick or the sticky dots. In our extension videos, we show you how to use all of those things. And then also, I want you to go outside and explore what's around your front door. So some people have like a little entryway with plants, or maybe they have something over the top of their door. But to go outside and really explore what's out there, and then think about your doorknob, because tomorrow we are going to talk about doorknobs and the different kinds of doorknobs there are. Yes. You may, when you're outside exploring, need to have an adult with you if you want to see what's above the door. You might need to be lifted up or have different, maybe find a way to explore how to see what's up there. Let's see.
This is Miss Michelle. I want to jump in. I see Claire with a raised digital hand, and I'm not sure if she has a question or would like to share something. So Claire, if you'd like to unmute yourself, you have a chance.
I actually have made like my outside of my house already. This is actually the back outside of my house.
Very cool. Do you want to describe to us what you have there?
Yeah. So I have a sliding glass door. So like this side, this side of the door, you have to push a handle this way and to like open and close it. And then this is the window in our laundry room. Like you can kind of see some of the like stuff getting stored in our laundry room by that window.
Thank you, Claire.
And this is the back wall.
Thank you for sharing, Claire.
And Miss Erica, if it's okay, I just want to say, Miss Claire, it looks like you used the yellow rough translucent sheet for the wall to the back of your house, or the outside of your house. And then it looks like you used the silver glitter foam sheet to represent your sliding glass door, which is a big window. And then also to represent the window for your laundry room. And then the gold glitter sheet in the middle of your sliding glass door. If anybody does not have a sliding glass door, there's always a nice wide spot in the middle of usually a metal material. And that's where the two door frames meet. So it's a nice thick space right in the middle. Miss Erica, I have a question. I noticed Claire's door was to the right. I think it was Tristan's was to the left. Yours seems to be in the center of your house, Miss Erica. So I'm just curious if everybody, all of the campers, do they know their left, their right, and their center? So if it's okay, can we play a quick game to do right, left, and center?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I would love to see everybody, and Miss Erica and I will do it after we watch everyone who has their cameras on do this. Put up your right hand. Put it up way, 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 way high. Oh, I see. Okay, right hands.
Good doggy.
All right, I'm putting
Way up high.
way high. All right, bring it down. Now, let's see those left hands. Can you put it up way, 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 way high? Way high. I see lots of hands up. All right, Miss Erica and I are going to do ours. Oh, and it feels good to stretch too. So I've been sitting here for a little bit. All right, now, here's the next one. We're going to do center or middle. There's another word, center or middle. And you can either use one hand or both hands, but I'd love to see everyone show us how to put their hands way up high in the center. And then after we see you, Miss Erica and I will do it way up high in the center, one or both hands. It's your choice. All right, here we go. I'm putting both of mine up. I'm stretching them so high. That means they both go together and way above my head together. Yeah. Oh, and then I'm going to bring it. I'm actually going to stretch down really, really low because I need an extra stretch with both hands. You can't see my hands because it's down below my camera. Yes. And just for fun, I'm going to put both arms out to the left and the right, like those wings Miss Erica did for our movement activity earlier this week. Oh, such a big stretch. Oh, I'm going to take a deep breath and lower my wings. All right, I'm going to turn it back to Miss Erica. Thank you for letting me interrupt, Miss Erica.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So as a reminder, your extension activity is going to be to go outside and look at your front door and look to the left and to the right and to the center. So you can see what's out there and then see what maybe you want to add to your map. also don't forget to explore your doorknob because we're going to talk about doorknobs tomorrow. Does anyone have any questions?
Well, this has been loads of fun. We've seen lots of creative doors. This is Leanne again. As soon as we're done here, an email is going to go to that email address. Might be yours or might be mom's. And there is a file in there that says 2021 Art Camp that has a video that Miss Erica and Miss Michelle did just for you. So don't forget to go in there and click on that and watch that sometime tonight or maybe sometime tomorrow morning, depending on what your day is like. And be ready. We need our art stuff for tomorrow as well.
Absolutely.
You are welcome to send me pictures and I will share them with everyone on the big screen if you like. Otherwise, see you all tomorrow. Bye, all.
Bye, campers. See you tomorrow.
Thank
Bye,
you, closed
campers.
captioning. Bye, all.
Bye.